Have you ever felt like the world is moving forward while you remain stuck in the same place? Have you tried and tried and tried again, only to see your efforts crumble each time? I know that feeling. I lived in that space for years, exhausted, frustrated, and almost ready to give up entirely. I was tired of failing. But then, something happened. Something quiet, something small, something that changed everything. And I want to share it with you today. It was a quiet evening. The sun had just dipped behind the horizon, leaving the sky painted in shades of orange and grey. The house was silent except for the faint hum of the refrigerator and the soft ticking of the clock. I sat at my desk, staring at my latest attempt, a plan I had poured my heart into, and like the countless attempts before, it had failed. I looked around the room, noticing every little detail. The paper scattered across the table, the pen lying idle, the empty cup of tea I'd forgotten to finish. Everything seemed still, heavy, waiting, and I felt it too. The weight of disappointment, the exhaustion that comes not from physical work but from pouring your soul into something only to see it collapse. I remember leaning back in my chair and letting out a long, shaky breath. What am I doing wrong? I whispered. Why can't I get this right? I had asked myself those questions hundreds of times before, but this time they felt louder, sharper. I thought of all the failures, all the missed opportunities, all the moments when I have tried to be brave and nothing worked out, and a sinking thought came. Maybe I'm not just cut out for this. That thought hurt more than any failure, because it wasn't about the results anymore. It was about who I was. And in that silence, I began doubting my life entirely. I thought about the mornings when I woke up hopeful only to face the same obstacles. I thought about the afternoons spent planning and replanning. I thought about the evenings filled with restless anxieties and self-criticism. Each attempt felt like a battle, and each failure felt like a proof that I wasn't enough. Sometimes I would lay in bed staring at the ceiling, asking myself, am I wasting my life? Should I just give up? And yet, something inside of me refused. A tiny voice whispered, not yet. Don't give up. Not now. One night, tears rolled down my cheeks quietly, without sound. I wasn't angry. I wasn't screaming. I was simply exhausted. Exhausted of feeling, exhausted of trying, exhausted of hoping. And I whispered to the empty room, I can't do this anymore. Maybe I should stop. It was not a dramatic decision, just a quiet surrender. And in that moment, I felt small, empty, and defeated. Then, Unexpectedly, a message appeared on my phone. It was from a friend. Just a few words. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of it. I stared at those words. I read them again and again. I sat in silence, letting them sink in. For the first time, I realized that my failures weren't proof of defeat. They were lessons, guidance, preparation. Each mistake, each setback, each disappointment was shaping me. And slowly, I felt a spark of hope. I decided to take one small step the next day. Not a giant leap, not a massive change, just one tiny action toward my goal. I planned it carefully. I executed it quietly. I felt nervous. My heart raced. My hands shook. But something beautiful happened. I survived. I learned. I moved forward. And that single small step became the first of many. I began to understand failure is not your enemy. It is a guide. When life knocks you down, it is not because you are weak. It is because you are prepared for growth. When plans fail, it is not the end. It is a rehearsal, a teaching moment. Every no leads you to the right yes. If you are listening to this right now, and you are tired of failing, and you feel like giving up, please remember this. Your failures do not define you. Your setback do not limit you. Your courage to continue defines you. Thank you for listening to Tales and Lessons with Rose. May this story remind you that every failure is shaping your journey, and that your breakthrough may be just one step away. Rest if you must, but never stop moving forward.